Race number 4 kickstarts Sunday's triple trio with Class 4 over the journey of 1,200 metres, and at the top is Fun and Glory, who carries top weight of 135 pounds. Lucky Archangel drops in grain to Class 4, where he is a two-time winner. Science Patch 3 wide, no cover up on the pace last start. Turbo Power there, Sweet Encounter is a newcomer for John Size, and Alexi Bedell has had 4 trials here in Hong Kong and 1 in New Zealand. Easy Snip there, Shenzo 12 with the double show. Mighty Star in the lineup as well. Regent Glory can't draw a gate, he's back out in barrier 12, and Jazz Steed very close to a class drop and probably looking for that, and Happy Valley as well. Speed here, Nick, Regent Glory to come across with Double Show, who's got the shadow roll going back on and the blinkers off.
Yeah, and he's drawn 4 Double Show, so he's probably got a better chance of getting to the lead. Regent Glory drawn a little bit wider in 12, so he's going to have to come across, but there shouldn't be a great deal of speed on, doesn't seem to be, so much be up for grabs a little. Science Patch and Sweet Diamond, the latter having raced prominently on an early start for him, and Shenzo 12, Paul, he looks to be caught a little bit deep from 11, and he'd need to show a bit more pace than his only start so far. Yeah,
it might be a little bit tricky for him. Double Show's an interesting one because it's Douglas White, Lyle Hewitson, and Lyle likes to put his horses right on the pace. There's no real obvious leader here. Regent Glory has gone forward, but as you say, he's drawn wide, so could be a little bit of variance in this one.
We can have a look at Science Patch, and Trainer Pierre has changed the gear here. Blinkers are coming off, the visor goes on. This was a big run last start, Paul, because he was 3 deep, no cover, up on the pace, and he was only just knocked off late.
It was a really good run from him. He's always shown a bit of ability, this horse. He's just a one-time winner from his 14 starts, but he's had numerous placings. As you say, they're just playing with the gear. I thought it was a great run. Sylvester de Souza from an inside draw, he should get a nice cheap run, so I think he's one of the main chances.
Yeah, it's interesting they put the visor on. I quite like the run of that horse sneaking into to 4th place. That's Turbo Power, making up some good ground. I just think he could be perhaps the one to take out of that race.
Yeah, one-time winner from his 14 starts at Turbo Power. We've got a trial here of Fun and Glory to highlight now, and Zach Purton rides. He was riding here in the trial as well. Sat second and wasn't put under too much pressure, Nick.
No, he wasn't, and he's trialled quite nicely, really. Just going nicely through the gears. You can see Zach just asking him to sort of change his lead and go forward, and he's done it nicely enough. He's got a big weight. That's obviously a concern, and he has been expensive to follow. Paul, he's been a bit in favour on more than one occasion.
He has. So he's put on 19 pounds coming into the race. On debut, he was a massive price. This horse. He was very unlucky not to win it actually. So he does go well fresh.
Okay, that's Fun and Glory there. Now, Easy Snip, he's had 1 season of racing here in Hong Kong for 6 runs. Paul, I thought the trial might have been a run of maybe an improver.
Yeah, it could well be. I mean, maybe he just needed a bit of time. Look, he does need to improve, though, doesn't he? Those 6 starts we've seen. The trial wasn't too bad, but I'd like to see him do it on the track.
I would too, and I wouldn't mind seeing him going up in trip as well. I just think he's only just sort of getting to his top here towards the latter part of the trial. So he remains over 12, but I wouldn't be shocked if I saw him over 14 at sometime soon.
We've got Double Show to see here as well, led up in a recent trial. Blinkers off, shadow roll going back on. He's had 6 starts for a couple of minor placings, Nick.
He has, and he's actually been placed without the blinker, so interesting that they have come off. He has run some of his better races without them. Just to obviously reiterate what Paul said a few moments ago, that Lyle does like to ride his horses forward. He's a positive sort of rider, so they might just try and go forward with him this time, Paul.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And look, if he does lead on the inside, I think the trial showed that he is going quite well at the moment, so I have put him in on the minor line.
Regent Glory up at Chung Fa down the back straight over 1,000 metres. There's definitely something with this horse, Paul, but he can't draw a gate, can he?
He can't, that's the problem. Look, 6 starts, he's had a couple of placings from barrier 12. I just think he's going to have to work if he wants to get outside the lead. Look, I didn't include him in the end, but he was on the cusp, but he didn't quite make it.
Yeah, the draw for me is what put me off with him. I mean, in 12, it's going to be that little bit difficult, but he's a horse who certainly has talent. He will be winning races, that's for sure, and he's already shown that he can post a bit of form, and he's done it on different surfaces as well.
Yep, the horse that covered all the ground last start, Science Patch, he's come up the early favourite at 3.8. Is he on top, Paul?
Yeah, he is. I have put him on. He's had that run under his belt, so just got that extra bit of fitness edge, I think, over this field. Fun and Glory, the trial was good. It just has to carry the big weight. Look, Sweet Diamond, he's gone out single figures in all 4 starts here in Hong Kong. The tongue tie went on him at his 3rd start, and he did win really nicely. Ricky Yu's horses are pretty well forward, so I wanted to include him and Double Show in there for 4th. I think he'll be really handy from barrier number 4. He'll get his opportunity as well. So 3, 1, 4 and 9.
Yeah, I think the Amazing Victory form line could be the way to go here, and I like Turbo Power. I thought that was quite a good run in defeat, and I think he can certainly find a length or two. Perhaps Vincent Ho-Rides, he's got a good record on the horse. Science Patch in for second. He deserves plenty of merit. They've changed the gear, and he is a horse very much in form. Fun and Glory under the big weight. Always liked him as a horse. We'll throw him in for third. And Regent Glory, I've got him in for fourth. I think he's going to struggle from his outside draw, but I think he's a horse to follow going forward. 5, 3, 1 and 11.
Let's look at the fourth race, which does open the triple trio on races 4, 5 and 6, where the favourite is horse number 3, Science Patch, early at 3.8.